We're going to turn our details to that deadly mass shooting in West Texas that left 7 people dead, 22 others injured, including a 17-month-old girl. The gunman's rampage on Saturday covering miles before he was eventually killed by police. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, is in Odessa, Texas with more on this. And Matt, there is still so much mystery surrounding this shooting, which began as a traffic stop.
And that's right, Amy. That's partly because of the sheer scale of this rampage, which ended outside this movie theater in a massive shootout with police. Now, it lasted for over an hour. There are more than 15 different crime scenes, hundreds of rounds fired. And of course, the biggest mystery, what caused that man to snap? FBI agents tell me it could take them days to unravel it all. Authorities swarming the home of Seth Ator, investigating this morning what triggered a rampage that left 7 dead and more than 20 others wounded.
Oh, they shot him.
That shooting spree, which lasted over an hour, sprawled 10 miles over Odessa and Midland, ended as it began, with violence. 36-year-old gunman ramming that white van into a police barricade outside this movie theater here in Odessa. Each one of those pops a gunshot. The sound of gunfire mixing with screams. Dozens of families yards away in a field, that woman using her own body to shield a child. It began on Saturday. Police say the gunman's first victim was a trooper who pulled him over for a turn signal violation when suddenly Ator opened fire.
Do we have an active shooter? Shooter is in a Toyota, headed westbound towards Odessa.
He then took off, authorities say, firing randomly at motorists with an AR-style rifle.
We have an active shooter on the interstate. There's another gunshot victim at 125-mile marker, westbound.
The shooter seemingly popping up all over the Odessa-Midland area. He left a trail of shattered glass and death spanning miles across the city.
Our problem here right now is the size of the crime scene.
The rampage paralyzing the area. Motorists warned off the roads. Businesses closing. A local TV station even hastily getting off the air during a broadcast.
Okay, we're gonna leave the setup. We're gonna slip away just for a minute.
At one point, the suspect hijacking a postal truck and shooting mail carrier Marie Grandos, seen here delivering her mail route earlier that day.
She told me that she heard these gunshots. She started screaming and she was crying.
Also wounded, this 17-month-old girl. Her mother saying she'll undergo surgery this morning to remove shrapnel from her chest. The final standoff at the Synergy movie theater. SWAT teams clearing the cinema, unwittingly herding hundreds towards that final gunfight.
Get out, get out, get out.
Between here and there, you're dodging bullets.
This shooting was the second major mass shooting in Texas since 22 people were killed earlier this month in El Paso. I asked Texas's Governor Greg Abbott about assault-style rifles.
Do you think it's time to ban these weapons?
I was going to say, I do want to point out, however, that some of the shootings have not involved ARs.
And Amy, today a series of firearms laws goes into effect, basically loosening restrictions on carrying firearms into places of worship and into schools. Now, today the New York Times is reporting that on the day of that rampage, that shooter was fired from his job. And we are told by his neighbors that he had been firing out of the window, that he had threatened them. They had called police about him, but they say there was no follow-up. Amy.
Wow. I mean, this story, along with all of the others, just appalling. Matt, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.